Okay, this is just a quick video on how I make some giant muffins in my Wolfgang pie maker. I'm using some white rice flour. This is from white jasmine rice that I ground up in my Vitamix. Maybe a cup and a half of that. To that, I'm going to add some mega chocolate chunks. These are made by Enjoy Life. They're allergy free. You could use a little cocoa powder or agave nectar here if you wanted to. Or you could use whatever kind of chocolate you want in them. And I don't measure there. And to this, we're going to add some hot water so it melts the chocolate. And we're just going to stir that up. There's nothing in there but the chocolate and the rice and hot water. Your chocolate will start to melt as you give it a stir, and it'll thicken it a little bit. You might need to add more water. You're going to want these to be about the consistency of thick oatmeal. You just really, really, really want to stir it well. You'll start to see it get more of a glossy chocolate in there. Just stir really, really good. And then once you've got that stirred in, I'm going to add about probably a tablespoon of baking powder. This is homemade baking powder, but you can use store-bought. Just be careful not to buy one that has aluminum in it. And you'll stir that in, and then you want to let that sit for about 5 minutes, which is what I'm going to do, and then you'll see how it gets all nice and foamy. Okay, this has had a few minutes to sit, and you see how it's gotten all nice and glossy. It's kind of a loose batter, about like oatmeal. And I've just now plugged in the pie maker. You don't have to preheat this. You can. Sometimes I'll start the first batch without preheating. And I like to fill them halfway. And then add in a few of the chocolate chunks. That way you've got a nice melty bit in the center when you bite into it. Makes it really nice. I just put a handful in there. No point measuring anything. You can also sprinkle these on top if you want to. And then top up with more batter. And since these are gluten-free, you can go right to the top because they're not going to rise like wheat-based things would do. And then close the lid and let them rip. Okay, the little muffins have been cooking long enough for them to quit steaming. You can more or less tell if they're done just by inserting a little pick. I've got a little fondue fork thing here. Just stick it down in there. And if it comes out clean, there's a little bit of residue on there. I think I'm going to go ahead and take them out. You could leave them in a few more minutes. But I don't mind if they're a little bit on the soft side in the center. Plus they've got that chocolate melting in there. So I take them out by just putting a little pie thing down. Here's actually an easier way. You can get them out with that, but I just take it and flip the whole unit right over. And out they come. And then you can just, if you've got hands of steel like I do, you can just grab them and flip them right over there. And then I just flip the unit back over and start with my next round of batter. I don't worry if there's something left in the bottom. I just let it cook right in. That's only going to be enough batter for one more. So I'll put that in. And then my little handful of chocolate. You could also put berries or marshmallows or anything you want down in the center. Whatever you put in there is going to be a nice gooey surprise when you're done. And see, I don't mind if that's going to overflow a little bit. It's good to go. And that's it.